On July 5th, traffic was flowing as usual along Delhi's Outer Ring Road, right near the Jahangirpuri bus stand footover bridge. Navigating that stretch was Deepak, a local resident making his way on his scooter. On these high-speed arterial roads, a two-wheeler is entirely exposed to the heavy, fast-moving flow of traffic surrounding it. Suddenly, a speeding Mercedes violently collided with his scooter. Instead of braking to assess the damage or check on the rider, the driver hit the gas and fled the scene. Emergency responders rushed Deepak to Babu Jagjeevan Ram Memorial Hospital, but his injuries were too severe. He was declared dead on arrival, leaving his family with a devastating loss, and authorities with a massive gap in accountability as the perpetrator vanished into the city. Looking at this high-angle view of Delhi's road network, you can see exactly why finding one specific car is incredibly difficult. Thousands of vehicles pass through these intersections every hour, creating a chaotic environment where a fleeing driver easily blends into the herd. The sheer density of modern urban roads offers a physical shield. It provides cover for reckless drivers who calculate that outrunning the scene is easier than facing the consequences of their actions. But that calculation relies on perfect silence from everyone else on the road. In this case, a bystander who witnessed the aftermath dialed the police control room, providing investigators with crucial crowdsourced intelligence. The caller logged two highly specific details. The fleeing vehicle was a luxury Mercedes, and it was carrying a Haryana state license plate. That single phone call provides the specific data points required to initiate a search. It converts a ghost vehicle into a tangible, trackable target. Armed with the vehicle make and state registration, police cross-reference the data with regional transport databases, quickly isolating the exact Mercedes and locating its registered owner. But finding the owner creates an immediate obstacle. Registration documents tell authorities who bought the car, but they do not prove who was actually sitting behind the wheel at the exact moment of the crash. This flowchart illustrates exactly how police break that deadlock using Section 133 of the Motor Vehicles Act. It shifts the burden of proof directly onto the registered owner of the vehicle. When authorities issue this notice, it legally compels the owner to disclose the driver's identity. If the owner refuses to cooperate or stay silent, they face severe penalties for obstructing a police investigation. It is a legal trap that weaponizes vehicle ownership itself. The owner is forced to become the primary witness against the actual perpetrator, closing the most common loophole in hit-and-run cases. Faced with that intense legal pressure, the vehicle's owner cooperated. They formally named Anj Pratap Singh as the person driving the Mercedes during the collision on July 5th. The physical consequences were immediate. Police tracked down and officially seized the luxury vehicle, removing the weapon of the crime from the streets. Looking at this line of Delhi Police per car patrol SUVs, you can see the organized mobilization of authority. Officers moved into Jahangirpuri and arrested Singh. In a matter of days, a luxury vehicle speeding away from a crash was impounded, and its driver was sitting in handcuffs. Diligent procedural police work successfully overpowered both wealth and horsepower. With the suspect in custody, the legal system initiated formal criminal charges under the newly implemented framework of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, or BNS. This diagram breaks down the first charge, BNS Section 281, which targets rash and negligent driving. But the law stacks an even more severe charge on top. Section 1061 addresses causing death by negligence, exponentially increasing the driver's legal jeopardy. Together, these charges expose the perpetrator to heavy fines and years of potential imprisonment, ensuring a permanent disruption to their life that mirrors the permanence of the accident. By combining these codes, the justice system ensures causing a fatal crash and fleeing the scene is prosecuted with the extreme gravity of a major crime, rather than being brushed off as a mere traffic infraction. The tragedy in Jahangirpuri belongs to a wider, grim pattern of deadly crashes across India's roadways, echoing recent fatal incidents seen in places like Gonda and Jalone. There is a stark contrast at play here. The destructive, chaotic force of a speeding luxury vehicle tearing through a city, meeting the cold, immovable reality of a methodical legal process. All of that legal machinery remains inactive without the initial data provided by a witness. The bystander's decision to report the vehicle details allows the entire investigative process to begin. High-performance engines can cause immense tragedy on anonymous city streets. But when civic vigilance meets a rigid legal framework, it ensures that wealth and horsepower do not provide an escape from the lives they destroy.